Lesson 13. Let's start this on your paper or whiteboard or whatever you're going to do it on. Just quick review. 110 is 100 because that is 10 times 10, and that is 100. Okay? 110 times 2 tens equals 2 hundredths. 110 times 2 tens, 10 times 20 is 200. 110 times 310 is 3 hundredths. 110, 10 times 30 is 300. 2 tens times 3 tens is 6 hundredths. 20 times 30 is 600. 4 tens times 8 tens, 8 hundredths. 20 times 40 is 800. Now we have 2 tens times 5 tens. 2 times 5, 10. 10 times 10, hundredths. 20 times 50, 10 times 100 equals 1,000. 2 tens times 6 tens. 2 times 6 is 12. 10 times 10 is hundreds. So that's 12 hundredths. 20. 2 tens is 20. Times 6 tens, 60. 1,200. 2 tens times 9 tens, 20. Times 90. So we have 18 hundredths. 3 tens times 7 tens, 3 tens. It's going to give us 21 hundredths. 3 tens is 30. 7 tens is 70. 2,100. 4 tens times 5 tens. 4 times 5 is 20. 10 times 10 is hundreds. 4 tens is 40. 5 tens is 50. 20 is 2,000. You can also look at this, 20 hundredths. 20 times 100. Okay, now we're going to look at it a little bit more, the distributive property and with the associative property. So we have this 2 times 400. So what we're going to do is we're going to break this 400 into 4 times 10 so that we can multiply these two together, get the answer, and multiply that times 100. So let's see that work. 400 is the same thing as 4 times 100. Then we're going to combine these two terms, 2 times 4. That gives us 8 times 100. So our answer is 800. Okay, now let's practice that together. 3 times 500. So we're going to have 3 times. Decompose this to 5 times 100. Combine these two terms, 3 times 5 times 100. 15 times 100. 1,500. Okay. 5 times 600. 5 times, decompose this, 6 times 100. Combine these two terms. 5 times 6 is 30 times 100. And we get 3,000. 6 times, same thing as 8 times 100. Combine these two. 48 times 100. We have 4,800. Try it again. 7 times 900. 7 times 900 is the same thing as 9 times 100. We're going to do this multiplication first. 7 times 9 is 63 times 100. 6,300. Now, let's switch it up a little bit, but it's not going to change anything. The 400 is in the front, so that's 100 times 4 times 4. Combine these two. That's 16. 100 times 16 is 1,600. Okay. 500 times 4 is the same thing as 100 times 5 times 4. Combine these two. 100 times 20. And that gives us 2,000. 700 times 6. 100 times 7 times 6. Combine these two first. 42 times 100. I get 4,200. 900 times 8. 100 times 9 times 8. Combine these two. That is 72 times 100, which is 7,200. Now, turn to your workbook, and I believe it's page 130. Nope, it is page 103. And it tells us in the directions we're going to rewrite each two-factor expression as a three-factor expression. Use the place value chart to help us complete the equations. So, two factors, this is a factor and this is a factor. Change it to three factors. 1, 2, 3. That's what we were just doing a minute ago. So, they have the 2 times 34, which means we have to put 10 here because it's 10 times 2 is the same thing as 20. Then they want us to combine these two together first. $34 times 2, 8, 6. So that's 10 times 68, which is 680. Now, it's your turn to do it for number 2. $30 decomposed is 10 times 3 times 42. 42 times 3, 6, 12, 10 times 126. That's 1,260. Number 3, we're going to start looking at area model. And the equation is 30 times 32. So they have decomposed 32 to 30 and 2, and written the 30 on the side. So we're doing length times width and getting partial products for these. So we have 30 times 30, which will give us 900. And then 30 times 2, which will give us 60. We add the 2 together, and we get 960. Using the distributive property, 30 times 32 is the same thing as 30 times 30 plus 2. That's decomposed. Then distribute the 30 to each factor. 30 times 30 and 30 times 2. 30 times 30 is 900. 30 times 2 is 60. Add the 2 together, we get 960. Now using partial products in the vertical form, 3 tens times 2 ones. This 30 is 3 tens. I'm going to multiply it by this 2 ones. And that's going to give us 60. Then we have this 3 tens multiplied by this 3 tens. So that is going to give us 900. So our answer is 960 in all 3 strategies. Now it is your turn to complete it for number 4. Let's check. The problem is 40 times 79. They have taken 79 and decomposed it to 70 and 9. 40's on the side. We're doing length times width to get the area, what's on the inside. 40 times 70 is 2,800. 0, 0, 0, 0. And 40 times 9 is 360. Then I would take the 2 and add them together. And our answer would be 3,100. Now using the distributive property, 40 times 79, they have decomposed it for us, and we're going to distribute the 40 times to each area. So then it's 40 times 70 and 40 times 9. 40 times 70 is 2,800. 40 times 9 is 360. Add the 2 together, and we have 3,160. Using partial product, 4 tens. 40 is 4 tens. So 4 tens times 9 ones is 360. 4 tens times 7 tens is 2,800. Add the 2 together, and we have 3,160. Okay. Number 5 wants you to use area model and partial product. Do it, and we will check it. Okay. So we're going to put 20 here, and then we're going to decompose the 47 to 40 and 7. So this section, length times width, is 20 times 40, which will be 800. And this will be 20 times 7, which will equal 140. We would add the 2 together to get the answer, 940. 2 tens times 7 ones, 140. 2 tens times 4 tens is 8 hundredths, which is 940 when added together. Okay, do number 6. All right, area model. We're going to decompose 86 to 80 and 6, multiplied by 40, length times width. This first section is 40 times 80, which equals 3,200. Then the next one is 40 times 6, be 240. Add the two together, the two partial products. We have 3,440. Let's look up here. 4 tens times 6 ones. 4 tens times 6 ones, 240. 4 tenths times 8 tenths, 4 tenths times 8 tenths, 3,200. Add the two together, we have 3,440. Let's do number 7 and check it. Let's look at the equation. 50 times as much. Remember, that's just times. So this is 50 times 94. So we're going to use area model. Decompose the 94 to 90 and 4, multiplied by 50. So this is 90 times 50 equals 4,500. And then this is 4 times 50, which will give us 200. We're going to add the two together. And we have 4,700. Okay. 94 times 50 in the vertical form using partial products. 5 tens times 4 ones. 5 tens times 4 ones. 200. 5 tens times 9 tens is 4,500. Add the two together, 4,700. Right. Our last problem, 86 times 80. Okay. We're going to do area model, then partial product. Let's check it. Area model. I'm going to decompose the 86 to 80 and 6. And 80 is going to go on the side. So in our first section, we have 80 times 80, which is going to be 6,400. Then we have 80 times 6, and we have 480 as the total for it. Add the two together. We have 6,880. Okay. So on this next one, I'm going to write my notes on the side. But we have 8 tens times 6 ones, which will be 480. Then I have 8 tens times 8 tens, and I have 6,400. Add the two together, and we still have 6,880. Now, I want you to do the exit ticket on page 109 and turn in just page 109. Don't tear out anything else other than page 109. Write your name and number on page 109 and turn it in.